For the first DIY, I'm using this cute little wood bunny sign that I got from Michaels. And I'm using my Waverly Antiquing Wax to stain all of the little cracks because I'm going to make this look like a shiplap. I also used the Waverly Antiquing Wax to stain the outside edge of the sign as well. And then I went in with some white paint to paint all of the little boards to make this look like shiplap. I wanted the theme for this tier tray to be more neutral colored, so I chose to use sage green, white, and brown for the colors for this tier tray set. So I'm going in with some sage green paint to paint the bunny on the sign. Since the sign had a little twine hanger on it, I just went ahead and cut that off. And now I'm using some twine to make a tiny little bow for the bunny to finish up this bunny sign. So I just tied that in a little bow and then glued that onto the bunny's neck to add an extra cute little touch to this project. And here is how the cute little neutral themed bunny sign turned out. For the next DIY, I'm using this wood egg that I also got from Michaels, and I'm going to start by painting the inside part of the egg white. And now I'm going to paint the raised edge and the parts of the egg with the design with the sage green paint color that I used for the bunny. And if you're wondering why there's some random brown spots on the egg, it's because I used some of the antiquing wax to cover up the white paint wherever it got on the inside edge when I was painting, just to kind of cover up some of my mistakes when I was painting on the white paint. Just because I'm a perfectionist and I wanted it to look a little bit cleaner, but you totally don't have to do that. I just was touching up a couple little spots where I got some white paint on the inside edge, and now I'm just painting over that with the green paint. And then I also used the green paint to paint the outside edge of the egg as well. Since I'm going to be placing this wood egg on my tier tray, I don't need the twine hanger, so I'm just going to cut that off and then peel off the sticker on the back, and that will complete this DIY painted wood egg. For the next DIY, I'm going to be making a sign using this blank wood frame that I got from Michaels, and I started by staining the outside edge of the frame with my Waverly Antiquing Wax. I decided I wanted the background of the sign just to be plain white. So I painted the back of the frame with some white paint, but looking back on this, I probably could have easily just placed a piece of white paper as the background instead of painting it, and it would have been a lot easier and saved me some time. So if you're making this project, that's a idea to keep in mind, is just to cut out a piece of white paper and glue that on the back of the sign. And I'm using this Happy Easter wood cutout that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm painting it with the sage green color. Now that the Happy Easter wood cutout is painted, I am gluing this onto the sign, and that is it for this DIY. Just a cute little Happy Easter neutral colored wood sign to add to the tier tray. Next up, I'm making another sign using a wood plaque from Michaels, and I'm staining it with the Waverly Antiquing Wax. For this sign, I'm going to use two of these cute little bunny icons that I got in a pack from Hobby Lobby, and I'm painting both of the little bunnies with the sage green paint. For this sign, I wanted it to say bunny kisses, so I used my Cricut to cut out the words for that, and I'm adding that onto the sign. And I put the word bunny on the top of the sign and then kisses on the bottom. I placed both of the wood bunny icons in the middle so that it looked like the two bunnies were kissing. To add some extra detail, I took some white paint and painted on the cute little bunny tails. And then I also used some light pink paint to add on some little bunny noses and add some detailing onto the inner ears of the bunnies as well. And here is how the cute little bunny kisses wood sign turned out. I think this is adorable, the little bunnies. For the next DIY, I'm using this wood house sign and this bunny paper from Hobby Lobby. The house sign I think is from Dollar General, but I don't really remember because I got it so long ago. But I'm using the paper to add onto the sign, so I'm just tracing the wood sign onto the paper so I can cut this out. And then I'm using Mod Podge to add the paper onto the sign. So I just use a paintbrush to add that directly onto the sign and then place the piece of paper on top. And here is how the house-shaped bunny sign turned out. The last thing that I made for this neutral themed Easter tiered tray set was a beaded garland, and I painted the wood beads using white paint and the Waverly Antiquing wax and then the sage green paint. And I'm stringing all of the beads onto a piece of twine with a twine tassel on the other end. For the other end of the beaded garland, I'm going to use one of these cute little wood bunnies that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to hot glue this onto the end of the twine to finish off this garland.